Welcome to Evan's Daily Vlog. Botswana, a landlocked country in southern Africa, is world-renowned for its rich biodiversity and well-managed national parks that cover vast landscapes of savannas, deltas, and deserts, and exploring its protected areas reveals a fascinating interplay between wildlife, ecosystems, and human activity. Among the most iconic is Chobe National Park, situated in the northern part of the country along the Chobe River, famous for hosting one of the largest concentrations of African elephants in the world, often seen gathering in herds of hundreds, their lifestyle revolving around seasonal water sources as they migrate across the park's varied terrain, while alongside them live hippos, crocodiles, buffalo, and an impressive array of antelope species like impala, sable, kudu, and waterbuck, with predators such as lions, leopards, hyenas, and the elusive African wild dog depending on this prey base, and birdlife being extraordinarily diverse with fish eagles, kingfishers, and bee-eaters dotting the skies and riverbanks, while human activity in Chobe primarily centers on ecotourism, guided safaris, river cruises, and conservation programs that generate revenue for local communities and fund anti-poaching patrols, but park regulations strictly control settlement and agriculture to minimize ecological disruption. Equally significant is the Okavango Delta, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most unique ecosystems on the planet, where the Okavango River fans out into a massive inland delta, creating a lush wetland paradise in the middle of the Kalahari Desert, attracting large herds of herbivores such as wildebeest, zebras, and lechwe, which adapt their lifestyle to seasonal floods by grazing in newly fertile areas, while lions and cheetahs take advantage of the abundance of prey, and hippos play a vital ecological role by maintaining water channels, with bird species like African jacanas, herons, and rare Pell's fishing eel thriving in the watery environment. While human activity is largely centered on mokoro, dugout canoe, safaris, high-end lodges, and community-managed tourism initiatives, balancing economic benefits with conservation, and local people like the Bai and Hambakushu maintain cultural ties to the wetlands through traditional fishing and basket weaving practices. Another remarkable park is the Kalahari Transfrontier Park, straddling the Botswana-South Africa border and dominated by the arid beauty of the Kalahari Desert, where vast red dunes, thorn trees, and dry riverbeds form the backdrop for wildlife adapted to harsh conditions, such as gemsbok, springbok, and meerkats, whose lifestyles reflect resilience through burrowing, foraging, and water conservation, while predators like black-maned Kalahari lions, cheetahs, and brown hyenas showcase dramatic survival strategies. And here human activity is minimal, with ecotourism camps offering stargazing, desert hikes, and photographic safaris, while strict cross-border conservation management ensures minimal human-wildlife conflict. Makgadikati Pans National Park, encompassing part of one of the largest salt pans in the world, transforms dramatically with seasonal rains, turning into a green haven for migratory birds like flamingos and pelicans, as well as wildebeest and zebra herds undertaking one of Africa's last great migrations, while brown hyenas and jackal scavenge opportunistically, and human activity is mainly limited to seasonal tourism, quad biking, and cultural interactions with the indigenous San people, who have deep knowledge of the desert landscape and survival strategies. Meanwhile, Zai Pan National Park, adjacent to Makgadikati, features grassy plains and iconic baobab trees, attracting elephants, giraffes, and predators like lions, and its landscapes are tied to seasonal changes, shaping the lifestyle and movements of wildlife, while human activity focuses on guided game drives, cultural tours, and research initiatives. Another important conservation area is the Central Kalahari Game Reserve, one of the largest reserves in the world, encompassing sweeping grasslands and desert-adapted species such as oryx, springbok, ostriches, and honey badgers, while predators including cheetahs and lions thrive in relative solitude, and the San people, indigenous inhabitants of the region, have traditionally lived a semi-nomadic lifestyle within this ecosystem, practicing hunting and gathering, though modern conservation policies now regulate human activity to balance cultural heritage with wildlife protection. Across all these parks, the lifestyles of animals are closely tied to seasonal cycles of rain and drought, migration patterns, and predator-prey dynamics, showcasing resilience, adaptation, and intricate ecological relationships, while human activity inside the parks is carefully regulated to focus on ecotourism, scientific research, and community-based conservation, minimizing permanent settlement or agriculture to preserve the wilderness, yet still allowing local communities to benefit economically and culturally through jobs, craft markets, guiding, and cultural exchange. With Botswana's government and conservation organizations playing a proactive role in anti-poaching measures, environmental education, and sustainable development, making Botswana a model for conservation drive.